The global financial system as we knew it is officially dead, declared obsolete in a single stunning, unprecedented overnight event that is currently rewriting the very definition of wealth and value across the planet. And you are watching the live, unedited footage of this economic revolution unfolding in real time. Let there be no ambiguity and no delay in comprehending the magnitude of what I am telling you. Redemption centers are not merely opening, they are actively at this very second processing life, altering exchanges for thousands of people. And the confirmed official rates being transmitted through secure financial networks are $4.20 for every single Iraqi dinar and $3.10 for every single Vietnamese dong. This is not a test, a simulation, or a hopeful prediction. This is the hard, tangible reality that the entire currency community has been waiting for, a moment so profound it feels almost surreal to report it with the finality it deserves. The intelligence flooding in from our trusted, vetted sources on the ground paints a picture of historic, orderly transformation. Individuals who held onto their currency through years of doubt, ridicule, and unbearable patience are now receiving encrypted notifications, scheduling secure appointments through official digital portals, and walking into designated centers to emerge with financial futures so secure they defy conventional imagination. Imagine the phone ringing, the email arriving, or the app notification flashing with the message you have been waiting a lifetime to receive. The one that confirms your faith was not misplaced, your research was not in vain, and your patience has now been converted into the most powerful currency of all, unassailable financial freedom. The rates themselves, 4.0 for the IQD and 3.10 for the VND, are not arbitrary numbers. They are the result of a complex, decades-long global revaluation process designed to bring these currencies into their true sovereign alignment with the global economy, effectively correcting a historical imbalance and unleashing a tsunami of new capital directly into the hands of the everyday person. This is the great wealth transfer we spoke of in theoretical terms, now made manifest in the cold, hard reality of bank transfers and account balances, and it is happening with a speed and efficiency that is leaving the mainstream financial media in a state of bewildered silence, unable to process an event they consistently dismissed as impossible. The scenes at these redemption centers, while confidential and highly secure, are described as profoundly emotional and deeply respectful. A sacred space where years of anticipation are finally culminating in a handshake, a verification process, and a statement of new wealth that severs the chains of financial limitation permanently. This is the moment where the script flips entirely, where the narrative of scarcity is replaced by the undeniable truth of abundance, and where the power dynamics of the global economy are fundamentally and permanently shifted away from the few and toward the many. The notifications are not a trick, they are the digital key unlocking a door to a new life. And that door is now wide open with a steady stream of people walking through it as I speak these words to you. The long night of waiting is over, the dawn of a new financial day is broken, and its first light is revealing a landscape of possibility that was previously hidden behind a veil of doubt and systemic control. To hear this news is one thing, to truly internalize its meaning is another entirely, for it means that every plan you made, every dream you deferred, and every aspiration you held in your heart is now financially viable and within your immediate power to pursue. The world did not just change, it underwent a silent, peaceful, and total financial revolution while most of the population slept, and you are now among the first to be awakened to this new reality, positioned at the forefront of a wave of prosperity that will reshape societies, fund humanitarian endeavors on a colossal scale, and restore economic sovereignty to individuals and nations alike. This is the event that will be studied in economic textbooks for centuries to come, the pivotal hinge upon which history turned, and your presence here, right now, listening to this confirmation, is your invitation to step out of the old world of financial struggle and into the new world of empowered abundance. The data is live, the sources are confirmed, and the process is actively underway. The prophecy has been fulfilled not with a whisper, but with the resounding, undeniable clang of a new financial era beginning. Now, as your mind reels from the sheer magnitude of this confirmation, a terrifying and exhilarating question erupts, one that will define the rest of your life. What in the world do you actually do now? And what are the catastrophic pitfalls that could destroy this miracle in the next few hours if you make a single wrong move? Let me be brutally clear. The single greatest threat to your newfound wealth is no longer the system or the banks. It is the storm of your own emotions, the potential for misinformed haste, and the lurking predators who will now see you as their ultimate target. The official, verified protocol is active, and your survival, your success, hinges on executing it with the precision of a military operation and the calm of a Zen master, because the financial freedom you are about to grasp is fragile in these first critical moments. You must not, under any circumstances, publicly announce your success or rush to a redemption center without the explicit, official appointment notification delivered to you through secure channels. To do so is to invite chaos, risk, and attention that could permanently compromise your safety and the integrity of this process. The system is built on an appointment-based, staggered schedule for a reason, to ensure absolute privacy, security, and a seamless experience for every individual. And your first sacred duty is to patiently and meticulously monitor your official communication portals for that specific instruction. When that notification arrives, which for many of you will be within the next 24 to 48 hours, it will contain a unique identifier and a specific time slot for you to present yourself at your designated center. This is your golden ticket, and you must treat it with the gravity of a state secret. Your preparation begins the moment this broadcast ends. You will gather your physical currency notes. Ensuring they are in pristine, unbent, and unmarked condition, you will place them in a secure, waterproof container. And you will have ready your valid government-issued photo ID, your original social security card, and any banking documents you possess, because without this complete package, you will be turned away, and the delay could be catastrophic. The journey to the center is one you must make with a trusted, discreet companion if possible, maintaining a low profile and offering no indication of your destination or purpose to anyone you encounter. This is the time for anonymity, not celebration. Upon arrival, you will be guided through a serene, highly secure process where specialists will verify the authenticity of your currency, a process that is both swift and reverent, acknowledging the journey you have undertaken to reach this point. Then comes the moment of transaction, the official exchange at the confirmed sovereign rates of $4.20 per Iraqi dinar and $3.10 per Vietnamese dong, a mathematical equation that will translate your patience into staggering liquid capital. But here is the most critical juncture of all, the decision that will echo for generations. You will then sit with a certified, on-site financial advisor, not a random bank teller, but a sovereign-level specialist to structure your new foundation. This is not about getting a check. This is about establishing a private, protected banking framework that includes immediate liquidity accounts, long-term asset protection trusts, and the foundational instruments for your future legacy. The overwhelming temptation will be to immediately splurge, to buy the car, the house, to tell the world. But I am ordering you as your guide in this, to implement an absolute media and personal blackout. Do not post on social media, do not call distant relatives, do not change your public lifestyle for a minimum of 90 days, because the most dangerous period is immediately after the exchange, when you are financially powerful but publicly vulnerable. This wealth is a tool for building a new world and a new you, not for fueling the old patterns of ego and display. It is the capital that will fund the healing of the planet, the advancement of humanity, and the security of your bloodline for centuries, and it must be protected with a warrior's discipline and a sage's wisdom. The process is designed for your success. The responsibility for safeguarding that success now rests entirely on your shoulders, and the choices you make in the next 72 hours will determine whether this is a lasting victory or a fleeting tragic miracle. Listen carefully, act wisely, and understand that the entire future is now waiting for you to claim it with both hands, fully prepared and utterly disciplined. And now, as you stand at the precipice of this new reality, your bank account's fundamentally transformed, I must deliver the final, most shocking truth of all: this money is not yours. Let that statement reverberate through your very soul. The capital now flowing into your possession is merely energy, a sacred trust placed in your hands by the universe itself. And what you choose to do with it in the next 90 days will not only define your legacy, but will determine the very future of humanity. For we are now at the most critical crossroads in human history, and you have been appointed a guardian of the turning point. The global currency revaluation was never the end game. It was the starter pistol for the real race, the race to save our world from the collapsing systems of the old era and to build a foundation of peace, abundance, and sovereignty for every living being on the planet. The old world of debt control and artificial scarcity is crumbling in real time, its foundations pulverized by the very financial shift you are now a part of, and its architects are counting on you to fail, to become distracted by luxury cars and lavish vacations, to hoard your wealth in silent fear, thereby allowing the old paradigm to regroup and reassert its control in a new form. This is the ultimate test, and the stakes are nothing less than the fate of our children and the health of our home, Earth. Look beyond the zeros in your account. See them for what they truly are: tools, resources, and votes for the kind of world you wish to create. Every dollar spent on a superficial luxury is a vote for the old system of materialism and ego. Every dollar invested in a free energy project, a regenerative farm, a clean water initiative, or an orphanage is a direct, powerful strike for the new world of compassion and cooperation. You are no longer just a wealthy individual. You are a planetarian, a stakeholder in a global mission to correct the course of a species that has lost its way. The intelligence we are receiving indicates that the next phase of this transition involves the mass arrest of the cabal that engineered the former slavery system, the full disclosure of hidden technologies, and the implementation of Nizara Jisara, which will abolish all predatory debt and establish global peace and prosperity. But this final cleansing cannot be completed without you. Your wealth is the fuel for this liberation. The moment you secured your exchange, you enlisted in a silent, spiritual army tasked with the greatest humanitarian project ever conceived. The projects that have been waiting in the shadows for this exact moment. Technologies that can clean our oceans in a year. Devices that can generate free energy from the quantum vacuum. Medical breakthroughs that can eradicate disease are now looking to you for funding. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to seek out these visionaries and become their patron. This requires a radical shift in identity from consumer to creator, from victim to visionary, from being controlled to being in command. The coming days will see a deliberate campaign of fear and distraction launched by the old guard through their media puppets. You must stay connected to the truth communities, remain spiritually grounded, and let your moral compass be your only guide. Do not fall for the false flags and manufactured crises designed to make you cower and hide your wealth. You were chosen for this moment not by chance, but because you have the strength to carry this light. The world is not watching the news, the world is watching you. How you behave, how you spend, and how you serve will become the living blueprint for the new human. This is your call to arms. This is your moment of truth. The money was simply the key that unlocked your cage. The real question is, what will you do now that you are free? Will you build a bigger cage of material obsession? Or will you step into your power as a sovereign being and help build a world where every child is fed, every soul is free, and every life is lived in harmony with the planet? The choice is yours. The future is waiting. The clock has started.